So your question as to what will be the process within your industry once you set up a Pro India recycling franchisee, what will be the process? So as I mentioned in my previous video that this is how you will get plastics as incoming. Now this plastic is of all types, kinds, and it's all with muck, oil, sand, mud, and maybe other inert materials. So it first needs segregation. So we have a conveyor belt to segregate, a manual conveyor belt to segregate, and you will put either the same waste pickers who have brought in this plastics for you, or you can have another set of people. But from the very bottom of the pyramid, you can pick up people who are in this segment and they get additional revenue for themselves. Most of the waste pickers actually only pick waste during early mornings and certain part of the day. So the other parts of the day they are available, so you can just utilize their efforts in this, and they can gain from this additional income. So they are very good in separating plastics out. You and I are not so good. They will be able to tell you even if there's loose plastic in films. They will be able to tell you whether it's PP or PE or it is LDP. So they can actually do because of their senses have developed, or otherwise people's senses do get developed in the matter of a few weeks or maybe a month of practice. So you don't have to worry. So the segregation will happen manually. It's important that I talk about the word manual because as soon as talk about automatic, then the project cost starts going double. So we have to keep the project cost within 30 lakh rupees. So therefore, I'm telling you that there's a manual segregation. So after segregation, the next step is basically sizing. So you have to cut the plastic into smaller chips size. So it's important because two reasons. One is the next process requires the same, but also that if you did not cut the plastics, let's say bags, into smaller component sizes and layers, then the inside layer will never get exposed. And let's say the toothpaste will continue to carry a little bit of toothpaste in the tube. Or same will be happening in a shampoo bottle, will continue to carry a little bit of shampoo, or oil bottle will carry oil, or pouches will carry spices and things of that nature. So as much of inert has to come out, this has to come out clearly. So therefore we cut the plastics through grinder and shredders and then process it in the next step. So what is the next step? Obviously it is washing, as I mentioned to you already. So through the washing, through the float cycles of washing, the plastic goes through the different floats, and therefore you will realize that on the other end the plastic comes out in a completely different color. You can also have a float. You can also have, instead of a float, you can have a spin washer, a high-speed spin washer. But that is only once you have a higher quality input material. But if the input material is not so great of quality and has 20 to 15% of inerts and muck and dust, it is better to process through a float. You will see some of these equipment in the next video. Some of them I will show you in running condition as well in some of our pilot locations. So then after the washing, the plastic is wet, so it cannot be processed. It has to be dried. It goes through a spin dryer where hot air is blown, and then through the centrifuge, all the steam is taken out. The plastic becomes fluffy, and now it is free of the inert material. So the next step is if there is a fluffy plastic which is coming out of the bags, then those plastics will have to be agglomerated or condensed or made into lumps because that is the equipment requirement of the next machine. But if the plastic happens to be from an article grade, let's say a PET bottle or a shampoo bottle or a beverage bottle, then that plastic is called hard plastic. It need not go through the agglomerator. So agglomerator is basically when you have film type of plastic, pouch type of plastic to deal with, because that cannot go directly into the final step. Now, what is the final step? The final step is called basically extrusion. So extrusion is a process where you push the plastics under temperatures and pressure conditions that plastic melts, and then the screw actually takes it forward and it takes it out on the other side in form of almost like vermicelli or noodles. So a noodle like extruded plastic pipes or threads will come out on the other side, but then you will have die-face cutters to actually chop it off in such a way that it forms very neat plastic pellets, like almost like medicine kind of a shape, small circular flattish kind of a shape like a medicine pellet, and it will be it will be available for you to do the next process, which is sell. So this is the entire process of plastic processing from old, used, and wasted plastics to recycled, repurposed, and near virgin plastics. And we will see that in a running condition in our next video. Thank you.